Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 3 here in this best of 3 series and the WellPlay Invitational by VitalBet. Danish Bears coming back swinging in game number 2, tying up the series after Kaipi took game number 1. My name is DragonDrop, happy to be here, and I'm joined by Modpacks, and we're also joined by a roster change here. Maybe Kaipi is just angry with Zai now after messing up, so they get Yapso now instead.
10 seconds remaining.
Huh.
Huh.
I wonder what's going on there. Must be just probably had to go make a run or something like that. So kind of interesting on that one. See how that has any sort of an impact going there. Yapsor has been kind of on a little bit of a the rise, right? He's been doing some streaming lately. Of course, you guys probably recognize him from No Tickety, famous member of the Double Bubble. Maybe we'll see some big AoE plays coming out here. Oh, sorry, just smoking my desk. Apologies to your ears, guys.
You're also a bit choppy right now, for some reason.
I believe there might be some issues with the server currently for Discord. I'm not sure. Mine was like graying out prior to the our cast starting.
I don't know. We can maybe just switch to Skype if it persists. Something like that. But outside of that, we can just take a look at draft as it's already going. Danish Bears go back for the Night Stalker. We don't want faster, Joe. From the first game could be that 4th position Roma. They also combo that up with Bane. Is it maybe a bit of a night pick here? So Mirana is picked up early for Kaipi.
Yeah, Bane is one of those heroes that Danish Bears have just had a ton of success with as well. So, giving away to Mirana this time, it was banned in the first phase. I know the second game. I'm not sure about the first game. Did they play it, or was it just a? Jeez, my brain. It hurts. Either way, fantastic hero for Kaipi. And that more than likely means it will be soon be off-lane Beastmaster, and then, I mean, I guess that'll be. I would assume come with me. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm not sure what Yapsor is going to do now.
10 seconds remaining.
I would guess it'll be a Yapsor Mirana.
Could be competed Sing Sing with Mirana actually.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is as well.
It's not been unheard of, to say the least. So we'll find out. Definitely a bit of more of an open pick, right? You can put the Mirana in a variety of positions. With the advent of the Axe Mirana, it's more viable in the core position now. But of course, there's very mixed opinions on that particular item, I believe. But yeah, Danish Bears, they also take out the Broodmother. Don't want to get cheese like that again. Zai or no Zai. And they also take out a Lifestealer, so fairly okay. And now the Kling Span on top of the Jakiro. Though obviously also Kaipi. They still remember game 1. Even though they ended up winning that laning stage was horrible to deal with. Night Stalker Jakiro duo offlane.
Yeah, just a combo they run all the time, so not surprised to get that one banned out. They love it all together. And the other thing that we saw during Star Ladder was that Razor picked the Bane. What they love to set up in the safe lane, they'll just do the two of them together. They go with the Nightmare into Static Link. So if they see that opportunity, potentially could be there, but when you're up against the Beastmaster, I don't think it's as likely because you can just trade off the Nightmare.
Yep.
So only if they see like some of their definitive offlane hero coming out, but that's pretty unlikely, I would say.
Taking some time to think about it. Of course, the second phase is really where most strats really get into the meat of things. We start showing what you want to do. You're looking at. So DB is still looking for a secondary support, unless they want to really run the Night Stalker. That hard roaming 4 position pick over another offlaner, but okay, it's gonna be that offlane Night Stalker with these Oracle support. So very defensive here, both of these really. Bane can make aggressive plays as well, but it's not as reliable as some other heroes would be.
It's kind of like the Abaddon in a lot of ways, where you're thinking about dealing with the Aurora, dealing with the.
5 seconds remaining.
Alright, you're still cutting off. Might have to switch to Skype real quick. Okay, so we get that going.
Hello, RIP. Okay.
Yeah, it's
yeah, let's make this small.
Hang on. Just gonna wait. Mod packs. Oh,
Dire
Hello.
team
testing,
pick.
testing. Hello. Yeah, that sounds much better.
Hey. Fantastic. All right, so
Here we go.
as discussed, we're looking at the counter up to like the long stun durations, right? The Aurora, the Arrow, it used to be the Aphotic Shield. False
10
Promise can offer the
seconds
same thing in
remaining.
a hero that's a lot more reliable during the laning stage. Allows you to do things like your
5
dual lanes
seconds
just up top.
remaining.
Maybe allowing the Bane to perhaps like roam into that mid lane, set some stuff up depending on what hero they want to go for there. Just the longer cooldown of the false promise can be pretty bad early on, but the later stages it's pretty great. Now we have an Earth Spirit though. Oh ho ho! So definitely going to be that mid Verana or potentially a position 1 of 2, of course. But roaming Earth Spirit to help out could help set up some of these arrows, and then the off lane Beastmaster.
Yep. Huh. Definitely very interesting, very proactive kind of type of draft here for Kaipi already. And Danish base, even though they have the Night Stalker, it's like they have to play a little bit more defensively here. They have to keep an ie on Earth Spirit, make sure that it doesn't have a huge impact in the game. Setting up for maybe the odd Mirana arrow here and there, but I really like the Slug pick against these long duration stuns that are kind of telegraphed here. Mirana with the arrow, obviously, if you see it coming, you can purge it off. Beast Master Draw also has a bit of a wind-up time to it.
10 seconds remaining.
So,
5
what does
seconds.
Kaipi
Yeah,
now
Danish
do?
Bears.
Okay, Spectre.
Well,
Dire team back.
the question being like, how are you going to finish the note for DB? Like, what are you going to be throwing to that mid lane that can survive up against the Mirana, the Earth Spirit? I mean, typically you'd probably say the Puck, but it's not a hero they've gone towards. Now, of course, they have switched up with. Oh, Invoker's actually
10
still in.
seconds
Okay, well,
remaining.
probably going to be Invoker then, if that does actually remain here. And hand that one over to Baby Knight, I would assume, but could get banned out. The Spectre, though, very scary. They have a lot of room for.
Radiant team
Like
back.
some space here for the Spectre. Yeah, they'll ban the Invoker.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the obvious
Yeah.
one. Now, what the hell's he gonna play? Like Ember, I guess, or Dragon Knight? Ember will just get destroyed early. Dragon Knight might be the hero, but I don't know if he's survivable enough. PL? I wonder if Baby Knight plays PL. I feel like he does.
Huh.
That could actually be
10
pretty decent.
seconds remaining.
PL. I'm not sure if I've seen that before. I think it's gonna depend on what Kaipi wants to pick up now as well, right?
I think
that's
a
gonna be a
lion.
material, if it's gonna be ends up being kind of a weird offlane Mirana.
Even though Lion's
Also,
like
yeah.
kind of scary versus a Slark, I feel like they just have so much control that in the end a Lion would be pretty handy. Like I don't think the pressure is gonna be that hard. It's only a Bane and an Oracle. The Night Stalker's not gonna be getting some crazy ally to help him out. Doesn't really matter what you throw mid. It's very unlikely to be making a lot of rotations down that bottom lane early on. So Spectre should be relatively secured with a single support. Hence that Disruptor ban would have been a pretty fantastic support to pick up here. Lion's limited range could be an issue, but oh man, Disruptor was actually so good.
So good it's been banned out.
Could go AA.
For Kaipi?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
It would
Oracle,
do relatively
Slark,
good. Oracle, Slark, Night Stalker, like it's either that or the Witch Doctor. I mean, Witch Doctor's still fine, even though it's not.
I feel like they need something substantial in lane to kind of protect the Spectre. Also able to rotate around. Are a bit of a staple here when the Night Stalker eventually starts going.
Yeah, the problem with AA is that you always see some core that can go in the jungle really early on to help get that level 6 fast, and Spectre's not really wanting to do that, right? It's not a lifestealer, it's not a Lycan. I would rather be in the lane. Typically, we do see her like swap off into the off lane around like the 8-minute mark. She'll like do her haunt gank and then kind of chill up in the off lane for a while, assuming that the pressure starts to come down towards that Radiant side safe. So it could work, but I think like the Witch Doctor is just the safest, and well, they'll go back for that Lion. My only concern is that I worry about his range.
Yep.
Like trying to stop something like the Fiend script. So they do have a lot of control through those other 3 heroes, so maybe that'll be enough.
It's kind of one of these picks that's always going to be solid. Depending on how the game goes, going to get yourself a decent time. Blink Dagger, Ether Lens, these kind of things to kind of address the issues that you have. At that point, it can be scary, right? Even for Slark.
Reserve
You don't have the
tower.
purge kind of precast. The blink hex can still disable you, and then if you can't operate as a slug, you unless it's like super stacked, you're still gonna be taken out of the game pretty damn quickly here, especially if the Spectre gets a couple of decent items, where it's a follow-up
10
stun from the
seconds
Rana, with the
remaining.
Beastmaster, all of that jazz. So
I
yeah,
wonder if
it's very
Seconds
locked on heavy
remaining.
lineup here from Kaipi, which is kind of always relatively easy to execute. But oh, Danish Bears going back for the mid Lycan.
Huh. Okay, well that's gonna help with that Night Stalker. Thinking about like early rotations, just get the global presence coming from the Howl. There really wasn't a great pick here, I don't think. I don't think PL would have matched up too well with their timings. Like Slark has to get up into that Shadow Blade before he's really effective and really wants to start fighting, and then of course he needs like the Ring of Aquila first and his tread, so he takes some time, sometimes even a Midas. You're looking at the I don't know. Like PO would have had to get into his Diffusal Blade, his Boots of Travel. He wouldn't be able to fight too well. And Lycan, he'll be able to give them some more Roshan potential. Some scouting with the Wolves. They did an excellent job that last game, actually. I thought Baby Knight always said that was game one? Or no, that was game two. Yeah. He just always had like good tabs on them using those Wolves there.
Right, so everyone pick their heroes. About what's the wrong button? There we go. About ready to get into game number 3 here in this best of 3 series in the WellPlay Invitational by VitalBet. This is the upper bracket best of 3, upper bracket finals in fact. That means the winner of this game will punch their ticket to the finals. The loser will have to make a detour through the lower bracket. Speaking of lower bracket, we're going to have a game coming up tomorrow, 1900 CEST. It's going to be Polarity versus F5. The winner of that will play against ProDota. The winner of that will play against the loser of this match. So, still some ways to go here in the lower bracket of the tournament, but still, you don't want to make the detour if you can help it. For those of you guys who are just tuning in, my name is DragonDrop. I'm joined by Marpax. And these are the teams as the game starts. Perfect timing here. Let's start with Kaipi on the Radiant side. Bone 7 on the carry Spectre. We've got Sexy Bambo back on the Beastmaster, looking to roar his team to victory. Sing Sing on his famed Mirana. That's gonna be cool. Playing the other middle lane as a core this time around. Tipping out the offlane is gonna be Come With Me. And instead of Zai, we're gonna have Yapsor on this roaming Earth Spirit. And yeah, he's pretty damn good at that one, so...
Yeah, he's pretty good at that hero. He's okay.
Well, decent, right?
On Danish Bears, Noya, they're getting a nice early ward down, but I do believe Come With Me just perfectly spotted that one out, so she gets dewarded, and that's going to be very difficult for Hesajo, as he's on this off-lane Night Stalker by himself. Baby Knight, once again, reprising his role as the mid Lycan. Ace, top lane on the Slark, going to be helped out here by Rise on the Bane. So, this is kind of decent. I feel like it's better than the Razor in a lot of ways. They have better kill potential on Bambo. He'll probably get forced in the jungle relatively early. He's gone for the boots to try and help the situation, but he needs to be like really quick on the Nightmare swap over.
Yep.
Like really quick. Like he gets Nightmare, he needs to immediately have the board right clicking him to make sure that that pounce can't get stacked on top.
Yep. Even then, that might not be enough because you still have to move out of the way, obviously. They do get the denies, no experience going the way of Rise or Ace or anybody, and this is something that you have to actually watch out for the most. If you have these early level balls, it's actually very easy to right click down, especially if you think about a Brain Sap. Might seem like an overcommitment, but Bane can grab that last hit. Can make a huge difference here. Because they're worth like 60 experience.
He's trying, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually have two fantastic heroes up against the Beastmaster too. Like we always think about the Witch Doctor with the cask was one of the bigger ones. Is mid lane the roll. I mean, this is what you expect right up against a Lycan, just no escape mechanism.
Yep. Straight off the
They're
bat.
very cautious. But both Bane and the Oracle there, those heavy nukes, able to take down those Hawks. Like you spot them just for a moment, instantly dead, get that gold, and then you can see Rise right now brain sapping. Going on top of those boars. So be it the pure brain sap or just the purifying flames, it's very nice.
Well, also against the second one actually, it was about to time out, but yeah, look at that. With that plus the range going down, it's almost level 2.
Yeah, he's almost a full level ahead of Bambo.
Yeah. Let's just
Oh,
soak
that's
himself
it.
for
That's
20
nightmare.
minutes.
He just hit 2. And he has no creeps. They have pounce.
Ah. First blood goes down another lane as we're watching this though, and
Typical.
they didn't use the bounce yet. He's sexy Bambo just trying to. There it is, finally. Doing some bit of extra damage, but if I have to commit to it, he's gonna try and TP out, and will actually be able to. This is just balls of steel. But yeah, you cannot forget that is a very tanky guy, right? 4 armor, 580 health points. Good enough for that particular moment. But yeah, like in second time around, not so lucky.
Alright, I take responsibility for that. Either way. Yeah.
Could have happened both lanes, but bottom lane here, look at that threat that's Bone 7 is under as well. Just level 1 void spam.
Yeah, probably not going to last too long. I feel like Bone 7 should be able to farm relatively well. I assume we'll see the Vanguard, new Dota, every hero building this thing. I think it would be really good for Bone 7 this game. I mean, look what he's up against. It's a Slark, a Lycan, and a Night Stalker. I would be very surprised if he didn't go for the Vanguard.
Oh yeah, a bit hasted up here. Try and go for come with me. He has to just make a rotation in. There's the void. Doesn't quite get it off. He thinks of the hacks. Come with me. Still down to half health. Yeah, just gonna go back. Right click him down. Second blood. Bone 7. Yep, so I'm maybe able to trade it down for Asijo. Sank himself, but doesn't really have any ways to go. Roll comes through. Bone 7 now. He's the one dropping low, actually. And Asijo will just get himself a double kill. Walk in his sorry ass out of there. That's just the Spectre in lane early. They might not come with me. It's out of range.
I mean, you look at Purifying Flames, and it was only level 1 for that, and you're like, that's not that scary. It's only 90 damage, but it's on a 2.25 second cooldown.
Yeah. It is not easy to deal with, especially if you maybe purge a channel up between that to get rid of that healing effect. So you kind of don't even have that to look forward to. Then the Void, right? I mean, you're thinking about Night Stalker being more effective at nighttime, which he obviously is, but all of that's coming from the Hunter in the Night. And this thing that scales with the Void is the Night duration. It's not the damage. The damage just stays just as potent at daytime.
Yeah, and it's also the fact that the attack slow it's so good at all stages. Like, right at level 1, it's 50.
Yeah.
So you can see, typically, it's very difficult to man up on someone like a Spectre, just because you get into that Desolate damage, right? And he just starts chunking through you, and you can't just 1v1 him, but not going to be a possibility. We can only right-click, oh so fast there, as that Spectre.
You know, top lane Beastmaster, God, Bambo. He's not having an easy time. Barely got his level 2. He's trying to make the pulls happen here. And has to be careful not to be nightmare up there. It is actually. He does have a ball. Pound's not gonna connect. It can still do the damage though. Bambo! Oh, he gets it! Rise with the last strike. At the same time, they go in the bottom lane as well. Spectre goes down. Danish Bears, well, once again showing us they can put up a really good early game.
Yeah, and this is with a ward committed down the lane. Like, this is a lot of resources that are actually being expended here from Kaipi. I mean, yeah, the Earth Spirit's not here all the time, but they were looking to give the Spectre such a good time. And Bone 7 obviously gonna need it. He's a Spectre. Like, yeah, the hero can bounce back with Haunts, but that has been scaled down in recent patches. The hero did fall off. It's not quite that first phase pick for every single team anymore for a couple of different reasons. And they're going to try and shift the attention here. They're actually just going to... Oh my god, Bambo's still level 2. Holy shit.
Yeah. I told you, he said no space
god
whatsoever.
Damn. I mean, I knew it was bad, but I thought he was like close to cracking 3 at least, but he's only halfway there.
Lion is out leveling him.
What's Bone 7 going to do?
I'm going to try to roll in. Yep, so finally loses patience. Ace, still fine so far. Now it's come with me showing himself, but yeah, ultimately... They don't achieve anything here, just feeling like they're wasting a little bit too much time. Just have to stop the ploy, stop that kind of attempt at an ambush. But now turns are just centered around Nightmare. They get rid of the ball, and Bambo only level 2 still, so low. That's the job with the rotation in at nighttime, obviously adding fuel to the fire even more. And now just continue rotation up to towards Sing Sing. He's level 6, but Baby Knight commits that ultimate here. The silence comes out and the slowdown on the high ground. He should be able to just jump away at him. Unless Yapsor can make some sort of play, but he's level 2 in his own right. He's not all that effective on the Earth Spirit either. 6-1 here. DB. How far can they take this actually? Do you think they can take it all the way?
I don't know. I mean, it looks like they're thinking about diving Bambo here once again. Like, the way this Oracle kicked off this Night Stalker is just insane.
Yeah, so slow into the pounds, just gonna jump him down with 3 points up into the Dark Pack. That's the Joey's no problem tanking up a couple of tower shots.
Like, I can't believe they banned out the Jakiro. And Baby Knight, well,
roll will miss, they still get the axe off and follow-up stun. There should be a kill here. Yeah, there it is.
But like, you banned out the Jakiro. I can't believe how well this Oracle Night Stalker did. Like, just having the boots early on. He's already up actually into the Arcane boots, but with only the Lion there to help out and no... Like, Earth Spirit's a pretty bad hero when it comes to protecting your safe lane, right? He always wants to be around mid or helping to gank that off-laner, but despite it being a Lycan, they're not really finding the best opportunities. They get their second one now, but I mean... I'm expecting like 4 or something at this point, if they're not going to commit any supports, because who's come mid for Lycan? I don't think anyone, right? Like, I haven't seen the Bane or Oracle show here.
Yeah, not really. I mean, Baby Knight is struggled for it, in a sense, because he died twice now, and it's the only 2 kills that Kaipi has gotten. But it's worth remembering that he also didn't have the easiest time in the last game, and that still turned out well, because the rest of his team was doing so much to create space and to get big in their own right. Okay. Yeah. Kind of hard to keep track of all of these kills. Yeah, Sujo just making the most out of this 94 and 3. Close to the end of the first night time. So he has his level 6, can extend that even a little bit more with that ultimate, and yeah, going straight back to the next lane.
Both 7's below the Oracle right now. Like, this is just a complete and utter disaster right now.
Sing Sing, silence up, voided up, Rise is even here as well to go with a brain sap. Nice little juke there from the stone, at the very least from Baby Knight. Still gonna keep going, he's super fast, and the wolves are as well. Just gonna bring him down, Hasijo with another snipe, and now pops the ultimate. So we're able to make sure they can run away safely.
Dire's middle tower is under
This is not looking good.
Look at Boat 7. Like, this is an Oracle. And look where he's playing. It's level 7 on Noya. and now he finally shows! He finally shows! And look who it is. Hesijo's just like, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna get you. Once Evan has to go home, he's like, nice. I cracked 6 guys. Let's set this up for the gank. Let's get the roar going.
Bambo's almost level 5. I guess that's something.
Come on, Bone. You gotta motivate Bambo to get level 6, and you guys can team up. Get some stuff going.
Alright, so... This Earth Spirit... Normally you look at Earth Spirits and you expect the aggression, right? You kinda need this sort of aggression. You need to have the momentum going your way. To really stay effective as that hero, and so far this hasn't happened. He's got the 2 assists here, that was on the kills in the middle lane, but everything else does really makes up for that.
Bone 7, they... It's gonna be okay. Alright, here we go. Yapsor's bottom now.
Come with me, jumping low. Yapsor's there trying to help out, but gets silenced up. Now they have to commit the Moonlit Shadow, but that might not even be enough. It'll just burst him down anyway. Oh, man.
And come with me, almost taking out that urn too. Very close. Baby shows up with the haste rune. Oh, Bone 7, the Moonlight Shadow's wearing off.
Well, he can go into the trees. Should be tier 1. They do trade from middle lane though, so Sing Sing is kind of maybe the silver lining here. He's had a very good game. The only one that has any semblance of decent net worth on side of Kaipi. Right, if you look at the distribution, he's right in the midst, all up there together with DB. Speaking of DB, Ace, Python Purpose don't want to stay alive. Bambo. Well, still saying that, still no raw, trying to win he can, but the turnaround just goes in way too deep. Dies again, now the Fiend's grip onto Yapsor. There's no harm gonna be coming anyone. He's just looking at the map, looking for an opportunity, but just no one dropping
that arrow hit anything.
Yeah. Yeah, Sing Sing is the only one who's had a decent lane, but can he actually convert that into space for the rest of his team to catch up?
Well, speaking of catch up, I was actually expecting Bambo to take that tone. Stand over the line still. I don't know, like, he has to go for that Aghanim Scepter, probably still, right? Like, I don't think any other build's gonna help this game, but that's still... It's decent damage. They're so tanky, though. I mean, it's a Slark, a Lycan, a Night Stalker. Like, these are very dangerous cores, all backed up by the Oracle here. So that quick magic burst, I don't think it's going to be that scary from Sing Sing without some other components to his team, and right now he just got no one else. Supports solo. Joe. Looks like he'll be okay. Oh, they're coming in.
Yeah, Bambo again. They just keep focusing down this Beastmaster. He's trying to block the entry, but they just nuke down that ball. Can't cut his way through trees, but now Haunt comes in. Does he want to go for this? Yeah, he does. Now, nice little double stunder from Yapso. Sing Sing sounds up, so he can't provide too much more except for right clicks, but he still get the Bane. Come with me. Brings down Joe. At least controls him up. And now, nice little Starstorm. Arrow will even land onto Ace as he tries to TP out on the sidelines. And with the amount of momentum that DB has gotten, these kind of trades are so huge for Kaipi to take. The teamfight recap says it. 2.4k, a lot of that going to Sing Sing again. He's now taken over the top net worth chart by 1,000 gold even, compared to the Lycan.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, look how fast the Aghanim Scepter is going to be coming out now.
Yeah.
I mean, 800 gold ahead of the Lycan. He's already halfway through those last 3 components. There's another 1,500 gold to go. And then Sing Sing, like, he's going to be propelled to a point where he could, like, have a tanky-ish item and still have his Aghanim Scepter at around the time where you'd expect, like, an item and a half. His game's just going so well. And that big dive coming out from DB, this is where these kind of drafts and momentum-based things kind of start
catch
falling
Noya
apart
here, despite the arrow missing. Stone setting it up, he still dodges it, and now turnaround comes through. Joe stands up for a little bit, but he's still pretty damn fast during nighttime. Rise. Oh. Do have detection from the sentry, and I'll just settle for Yabzor eventually. There it is. That was a dodged gank, but it turned into an opportunity there for DB once again.
I'd like to see them just get back on the horse, though, for DB. I think they just need to keep going all-out aggression. Like, you know that the Haunt was a big part of that last fight. You know that you messed up by diving a little bit too deep. Once you start to get these bigger items out, like, imagine once the Necro comes out, too. It's going to be very difficult for them to actually deal with that on the side of KP, because the levels still aren't quite there for a lot of their heroes. And yeah, Sing Sing's Aghanim Scepter will be a decent wave clear in a lot of situations, but he can't just, like, hop into the middle of your push with Necros and deal with it that way.
It's not the only one building Aghanim Scepter too. Night Stalker's also halfway there. That means that the Hawks, we talked about it in game 1 as well. It was the same kind of matchup. Once you have Axe can actually hold on to the gem instead of giving it over to Bambo, that it can deal with these Hawks, it can deal with the vision so well, and that means that Beastmaster's not gonna have so easy of a time really contributing to his team. He does have the Roar now, so almost cracking level 7, which is about time, but we have yet to see him use it. Anyone really.
And the question is, what are KV gonna do about this current situation? They know they're in the pit. They have the Haunt up. I mean, this is the fight that determines if Bone 7 can go for a Radiance, right? I mean, if they can get something big here, they're smoking up. One big arrow could do it. Level 4 Starstorm. Plenty of time to go.
The Kura has a gem on top of him. Wrap all the way around, just get the Hawk in for vision, just scouting out where the Roshan is. They see the Hawk though. DB should know that something's going on. There's the arrow coming in. Hands on Joe. Good target hit to just take out a fight. The Horn comes through now. Ace on the front lines, and now the roll in from Yapso with the Magnetize. They're committing in deep. They will find Joe as first one down. The Roar onto Noya, just keeping him on the fight, keeping him from helping anyone. Bone 7 dropping low. Come with me. Dropping also slowly to the Wolves.
Baby Knight's cleaning up on the back.
Hey, where's Baby Knight? There it is.
Taking down that lion.
Yes, it brings him down. 1-for-1 trade so far. Now the Moonlight Shadow
They're on
comes
the
out.
wrong side of the river.
they have kept a DB away. They kept them out of the Roche Pit at the release. The Necrobots have they're not even the Necrobots around yet. I don't know what I'm talking about. But Ace and Rise are still ready to fight though. With that Fiend Script, they just need to find an angle. Ace actually puts himself up on the cliff. He's gonna be stuck there for a couple of seconds.
Joe's back though. 4
Yes,
urn
indeed.
charges, darkness.
It's pretty damn strong still on this Night Stalker, and that'll actually prompt Kaipi to retreat. They tried to go for Tribal Blade, but they couldn't really find the angle to really continue to fight and get more than that one pick off after committing into the Roche Pit. Guess I could count the lucky stars that they didn't lose more than a line at the end of it all.
Yeah, it's not quite what they needed, though. They needed
Yeah.
so much that fight, and in the end, it won't quite be enough. I mean, they have 3k on Bone 7. Him not dying is huge, for sure, and just not slowing down that progression into what we can only assume will be the comeback Radiant sort of a play here.
Do you actually agree with that, or yeah? Do you actually agree with that, or would you prefer him to go for kind of this diffusal mantle kind of build?
No, I think I agree with the Radiance. It's going to do a lot of work with the mischance versus all three of their cores. Everyone extremely reliant on just solid right-click damage. It's, of course, going to give you the farm potential to actually bring yourself back into the game. I think if you're snowballing, you can go, like, Vanguard into, like, Yasha Diffusal. I think that's still a fantastic build in every situation, even a game like this. But with the way, like, the state of the net worth in between the two teams, I do think the Radiance is the way to go here. It's just so hard to farm up. Like, I'm so scared for Bone 7. If he can't see Slark, he just has to assume he's dead from Shadowblade. Good vision coming here from Yapso right now, though.
He's also pulling a bit of a bamboo play there. Was farming up that stacked hard camp. But yeah, I can't help but feel that with all the action kind of slowing down, it's kind of a win for Kaipi. And I mean, the Spectre farming is always going to be scary. There's the relic now, done. The DB, they're not wasting too much time, right? They know they have the Aegis, they can feel very confident. They have to stop bidding out the Necrobugs on the Lycan as well. They're just going to use that to systematically bring down tower after tower.
Well, this is where the closeout starts to begin, but I mean, knocking Bone 7, still a win here. Relic in hand. The scary trip to the secret shop, not going to be an issue, so they'll smoke up with Han available. That's stellar 60 damage. See if it's not just try and turn things around here for them. They're split, though. I mean, Ace not going to be a part of this fight.
Baby Knight is quite alone. You just need to
Rise.
find the opening. Bamboo can't quite get in range for the ultimate just yet, and then there it is now with the roll. Yep, so it kind of rolls a bad way. Now the rest of DB actually being caught out in the backline. See, come with me, creating the space, and that's the Aegis going down. Bone 7 now joining in. As you don't dropping low, they will still give up the line. Looks like Kaipi wants to run away under the cover of that Moonlight Shadow, and Necrobook's only being level 1. It won't help you too much. Because they should be able to make it out. As Hasido, no jump on him quite yet. Noya has it actually.
Oh, that was close. Alright.
Was a worthy trade, wasn't it? I mean, it's a 1k net with Lion for the Aegis. And that'll keep DB back off the high ground at the very least.
Yeah, I'm never usually a very big fan of saying that someone coming out on top or on bottom and kills is like winning a fight or something like that, but I'm actually going to give that one to KP because there is just like, what are you going to do against the, you don't have a Bat Rider or something like that when they come high ground with like an Aegis Lycan or something, so it would have been a very difficult thing to try and deal with.
Yep.
So happy that they were able to clear that one out there. Nice quick TP from Ace too, just making sure he's able to get down into that fight. I'm sure KP couldn't capitalize any further on it.
Necrobook level 2 coming out of Baby Knight. Looks like it's gonna be that Echo Saber build up on Slark. Fairly standard. Echo Saber just seems like an item made for Slark, right? Just with all the mana region too. Come with me. He's well, as much as Bambo was the punching bag for the top lane, Lion is kind of taking up that mantle.
Man, Bone 7 reluctantly gonna have to leave the lane because of it, but no choice. Worth it in the end. Haunt 30 more seconds might be the potential for that last cash infusion that he needs.
Alright,
oh god,
something
so scary.
Arrow comes through, diving in neat. Right, hang on, just gotta have to deal with what's one guy in chat. Because that is not something that you're allowed to say. You know who you are. Okay. You two, hang on. Alright, I really don't appreciate this kind of these kind of comments here.
Well, in terms of this, I don't know, I'm just like, Bone, he's living, they left. They're gone, man. They got the vision up here though, so I mean, they'll know if Bone gets extra greedy and goes to jungle or something like that, but the Moonlight Shadow is back online. Sing Sing's able to keep these waves pushed out. They're having a little bit of a harder time trying to set up properly here from the side of DV, despite having like the Sagnum Scepter and the gem and everything. They can't quite get the lanes in the position that they want. Good job pushing out that bottom lane by our Beastmaster, having a hard time contributing a lot to this game early on, but he's starting to get there now. Sexy Bambo with that Necro Book has the roar, but Ace sneaking his way on in here. Bone 7, the prime target, trying to slip himself away. Please don't kill me. Alright, this is so tense. Like, one death from him.
Yeah.
And he's going to lose the full death cost.
Fiend Script from the high ground. He'll be tanking the gank. Oh, Willie yaps over the stun. Ace coming in deep for leap, and stun! Not enough here with the high ground snipe from Neuer. Purifying Flames just so good. And now Raw and Hacks on the Baby Knight just keep him away, but Ace takes it over. Bambo will fall again. The Necrobox is still in the field with the Baby Knight buff here. Nice little magnetize into a little bit of slow here. Ace with the Radiance online.
Defensive haunt. It's so bad. They need the haunt.
They can get at least Joe, and that's a gem on the deck.
Okay, that's
Lion picks it up, and they get Ace too. And this is what they needed here. They make they make the chase work.
Oh my god, that was such a risky play.
It was.
They needed that haunt to go. That haunt just could not go poorly. If that haunt goes poorly, I'm pretty sure that this game's just over. Like, it is such a huge tool for them right now with this Radiance coming out, and having to commit into that buyback just... It's completely worth in the end. KP, they are back, man. They are right back in this game.
Take a look at the graphs, and yeah, it's not updated just yet. But it was very close to the 10k mark. We'll see that dip down to about maybe 6-7k. Still in favor of DB, but they have to be careful not to let this drift out of their hand, because they're running a lineup that still is kind of focused around the Lion, around the Night Saga, around this early game aggression. They do have the Slug, but that can only carry you so far in the later parts of the game. Like the scan as well from the Radiance, just right on top of yourself to make sure that there's no Slug there. Kind of invis, kind of trying to set up for someone that's a lonely target.
Oh, got him! Hesta Joe, the long-range arrow, courtesy of the Lord. Just wrecked him.
What was he even doing there?
He was just scouting, doing his thing. He's like, I'm a Night Stalker. He doesn't have the Iron Talon, which is kind of an issue because he can't take down these wards, despite spotting them. Of course, now he actually doesn't have the gem. I kind of forgot he died, so that is an even bigger issue. Definitely can't take down the wards now.
Yeah. What they do with gem? Did they? Yeah, they put it back in base. Okay. Oh, bottom lane. Amber found himself an Invis rune. He can at least scout. Actually, with level 2 Necros, that should be an easy kill on Neuer too. There it is. This is so nasty. Actually, keeping staying alive for quite a while, and now I'll TP out from Bambo. Not knowing what else is coming, and yeah, that would have been ace. Well, quite a bit of damage done to Neuer. He will not pop to it though, but now it's Bone 7 actually caught with a Fiend Script. And disconnected too.
Oh, that's awkward.
That is awkward. Alright, what's the haunt possibilities here? He could haunt towards Baby Knight, he'll just jump him down, I suppose, with the Necro Book.
Yeah, he'll die.
Could haunt to the back to Hesty Joe, who will also kind of just silence him up. Could maybe haunt towards Neuer, kind of dagger through here, and hope that Hesty Joe will still be close enough. This is not good.
Yeah, he's pretty much, I think he's just dead.
There's still a nightmare to just keep him there for Ace to get the guaranteed pounds as well. So let's see, haunts immediately and goes for it. Trying to juke out Baby Knight or something. Then maybe, but go tier 2 to TP2 in the bottom lane, and yeah, it's.
I mean, his only hope is like dagger TP trees, but pretty unlikely to work.
Or maybe he's just counting on DB, maybe being sportsman. Think, oh yeah, he disconnected.
I feel like
maybe
he must have
disconnected
been out of
before,
position anyway,
yeah.
I'll assume.
I don't know, maybe he was out of position because he already lost control, kind of was in the process of disconnecting, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it's, by all rights it should be a kill for DB, and you know, they should be deserved as well. Kind of making the minimum amount of assumptions.
He really needed to be surviving right now, though. He needs to get in that secondary item. Either the Manta or more than likely... actually, probably needs the Manta just because of the silence and everything that's going to be doing to him. Mischance and everything along those lines. So when he has to deal with like the Void, he has to deal with the Crippling Fear. I'd have to give that one over to a mid to pick up, but this death gonna slow him down. He's got 175 reliable gold, so he's still gonna lose out on that full death cost, 390.
And next problem is also there's a creep wave right down here. And with Lycan making his way down there, they can actually put on a lot of pressure to the tier 3 before Kaipi can make their way to the tier 2, or just as Kaipi can make their way to the tier 2, but I feel like they just have to rotate all the way back already. They want to defend the high ground. Sing Sing needs to load up on mana.
Do they not have vision?
What?
Oh, they actually don't have vision. They don't have sentries. If he Moonlight Shadows and walks into that observer,
Yeah.
they'll still die because they have the sentry on the high ground, but I thought they had dust. They don't have dust.
I'd not even consider that, but yeah, Mirana has mana for that too. Mirana
That
mana.
would be so funny.
Honestly, it's oh god, my chair just broke. Holy shit. It's probably what's gonna happen. Because just from experience as a caster, right? Whenever there's these kind of situations with these kind of unfortunate pauses, you always call the kill and it never happens. So it's kind of the reverse caster's curse. At least when you're a Kaipi fan. I don't know. He's back now, so we'll find out soon.
They're still trying to figure out what they're gonna do, and they still don't know. They're just like, shit. What do we do, guys? But like even if he lives, Kaipi, they're back in the game only because of like how ridiculously out of the game they were. It's certainly still in favor of DB. I mean, the next Roshan, they're gonna get that one up. They're gonna need another favorable situation where they can take that H down first.
Alright, how does the puzzle end? Nightmare, Moonlit Shadow though.
All right, now does he
Necro
go
Threes,
into
Necro Threes.
the sentry?
There's Necro Threes.
Oh,
It doesn't matter.
maybe not too speedy, man.
Yeah. It's 650, it's still broken.
What a hero.
It's like
Dire's top tower is
not just like it, but also Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker is worse almost. Hey. Sing Sing come with me, opting to put on some extra pressure up in the top lane instead. Trying to make sure that DB can really capitalize on that, so yeah, that seems to be working. DB wanting to hold on to the objectives instead of forcing some sort of high ground. So Kaipi kind of get away with a black eye there, I suppose. But yeah, what's the plan now for DB outside of getting these kind of pickoffs?
Grab Roche, get BKB on Baby Night. It's coming up soon. Probably Ace. Actually, Silver Edge is kind of good this game. You take off the dispersion, you get to reduce the overall damage coming out from the Spectre, and run on top of him. But if he wants to just get his own BKB and just completely negate the Lion, that's probably the more likely choice. I don't think he's like snowballed quite enough for straight Silver Edge.
It's not just Lion, it's also the Earth Spirit who has a huge potential to just mess with you.
Yeah.
Alone just random Mirana arrows that you maybe don't see coming in the heat of the battle.
They need another gem. Hesajo should just buy it, honestly. Because it's back in stock. He's got the gold. I feel like closing out this map is going to be very important for them, and just ensuring that they have nothing to work with inside of KP. When you're dealing with Hawks, and of course you're a Night Stalker, so he's probably just waiting till nighttime to buy it up, just to ensure he's not going to die.
They did smoke up here around the Roche pit. See the...
Radiant's top tower is
I don't know,
under
did they check it already? I guess they checked it with the Hawk, yeah. They see it's up. But DB knows the same thing, yeah, they have to like it wolf side, so it's... Kaipi, they're not quite sure where DB is. I didn't see anyone on the map, so they're probably just assuming that they're smoking themselves. Now they will see Hasajo. And now the dance around the Roshan begins, but Kaipi, with the Blink Dagger on Lion, get themselves a bit of an extra tool. Right.
Dun 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 dun. Tense moments here for the side of KP.
We
And
need
it
to
blinks
sample
up.
for this.
under attack.
I mean, they have stuff, right? Like, they have the blink on the Earth
Yeah.
Spirit, they have the blink on the Lion. But it's still pretty rough. I don't know. Gotta try. They didn't get anything on their smoke.
They need to get a jump. Ideally on... The Slark would be great. But I feel like also Night Stalker, just the amount of vision and the clarity that you can provide in a team fight, even around this kind of general area, we can kind of juke a little bit with high ground vision here and here. Would be a nice little pick off. Or just do what DB did to them in the last game, just try and focus on the Oracle. Try and bring him down at the beginning of the fight, take out the Bane, take out these controlling factors. Then you have a little bit more room to work with your own mobility. So far though, it just looks like they might just not to go for the Roche fight after all. Like him slowly marching away with it, the rest of his team guarding him from the outside, and Kaipi just going for this, that old standard tier 2 for the Roche trade.
Well, the BKB is done. It's the safe option for Ace. And that limits a lot of the comeback potential for KP. And you kind of hope they'll go for some sort of a greedier play, but this one pretty safe by a lot of standards. I like the trade here. Again, I do worry though. I don't know how they're going to handle the siege coming from DB. It's not the best high ground, right? You're not looking at any sort of like a Tide Hunter or something that's going to be like cracking that base, but it's the slow siege kind of a style where you're dealing with this Lycan, you're dealing with the summons, the wolves, the Necro. Now Necros do have a big cooldown though, so if you can somehow eliminate them, you can see that being a pretty big opportunity. What you'll more than likely see is them just sieging with the Lycan, and then if they don't respect him and they're not giving him any sort of like, you know, any sort of hate towards him while he's just sitting up there, then he'll just pop the Necros. But I like this decision a lot. Ace getting that Aegis, not gonna be handing over to the Lycan this time.
Yep. It is kind of one way to try and deal with high ground siege as well. So just throwing summons at them, just have the Aegis carry in the front, chip away a little bit at the racks, and in Ace's circumstance, you can just have the Q going, the Dark Pact going, and then just as the answer turns out, as time's out, you just retreat. Gotta get like 2-3 swipes off at the tower each time.
They have the Necro answer now, actually. I hadn't noticed. I'm not sure I missed that one. They do have that Sing Sing Blink Dagger. I kind of forgot about that little interaction. You just like
Ace.
the blink in, the leap out.
They find him here, pops the BKB though, now turn around and stand. Looks like they should be able to make it out. It's once again a small, but at the same time a very big victory here for Kaipi because it gives them more time. Ace will not want to go into any sort of fight with the BKB on cooldown.
Yeah, the only issue may be that could kind of prompt Danish Bears to say, alright, well, let's just head back out, right? We have everything that we need. Really want to see that gem purchased up here, but it looks like Joe is just more so on getting himself a BKB. Which is definitely understandable. And did they just... Oh, I thought I heard Moonlight going from Sing Sing, but I guess not.
That's just the Starstorm. Starfall? Starstorm? Starstorm. Let's go for BKB himself now, by the looks of it. I still feel like they could make use of something like a Veil. That's something that some runners pick up these days. Earth Spirits, of course, as well, with a bit of an better time. It's also an option that they consider. And
yeah, one of the...
yeah.
I think the Earth Spirit should probably grab it, because Sing Sing just needs that BKB so badly.
It's gonna get a lot of farm, though, unfortunately.
Dun 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 dun. He's got the gem, though.
Oh, the...
He got tagged, though, so he can't blink. Oh, he got it now, though. Oh, look at him. Sing Sing just holding it. Holding that.
Hold the blink. And just making these kind of small little plays. DB are looking for the pickoffs. Not quite finding them. They're just a little bit off, which is kind of a dangerous way to play. For Kaipi, just being out there in the first place. But if you can pull it off, if you manage to stay alive,
look at
maybe a little bit of commitment off of DB, yeah.
Doing his thing up here, man. He's got the blink and get the hell out.
Well, if it's only one, then they, well, maybe hoping to just get the pick off, but it's not just Baby Knight up here.
Oh, come with me. The Night Stalker vision, no!
It doesn't have TP. He has to go right now. Actually, no, it's too late.
He's got blink. Oh, he just needs to keep the distance. There's no damage on him. Just silence.
Oh, that's the void to cancel TP. That is. It's only come with me. And there's some two heroes up top here. Baby Knight and Hestajo to begin with. Noya made the rotation as well. There's even Rise in the general area. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, Ace looking for a target. It's gonna be Sing Sing, the blink, the arrow.
Oh, more
with
than
the gem here, and Bambo. Oh, I tried to go for it. He's holding it out.
the
Now
taunt.
Bone 7 with the haunt, keeping track of him, and now actually haunting all the way back to Rise. The Ace gets a pounce off now.
don't know
Moonlight
about
Shadow.
this.
Sentry is there, and Bone taking quite a bit of damage from now. There's the roll. No counterplay from Ace, and he will go down. That is
This
the
an
Aegis on the drain,
next
and
to a tier 1 though, but they're not bringing anyone else in.
Yeah.
Are they just sacking Ace?
well, Lycan doesn't have his ultimate here. Rise tries to go for the defensive play. Actually, I don't know what happens to that Nightmare here. Ace will fall, Rise will as well. It's not enough. No ultimate on Lycan here for just these 10 seconds. Just an arcane of cooldown means that he couldn't actually make his way in there if he tried and be super effective. So instead, he just went for the trade play. But I'm not sure if that is worth it. There's a lot of gold going to Wavebone 7, a lot of gold going the way the Beastmasters as well. They have to respond to this push that's still going on up top. They're gonna get their own tier 2s on top of that.
I don't know. I'm very surprised. Like, they're trying to do a little bit of a chokeout style. They're pulling back. They're not using that Aegis to actually actively go into the high ground. They're hoping that they can just persuade Kaipi to just not fight them. But when you're showing multiple heroes and this deep vision, a really big part of what's going on. It's been the Hawks up top, stalking that movements. You talked about Come With Me up top there, like tanking some ganks there, and a lot of attention paid to him. But when you're seeing these rotations come in and you understand that the Slark is down here alone, having the gem on the Mirana too.
Yep.
There's just no rotation potential, not having that ultimate from Baby Knight. They're not playing as this like 5-man unit that's just, you know, holding this area of the map and not giving them anything from the inside, but they can't do it because this split push that's coming out here from the side of Sexy Bambo. It's a risky play, but you can see why. Like, yeah, sometimes these guys feed, right? Like, you're some off-laner who's trying to make this sort of a play, but you see what it opens up right now.
Yep. No, it's yep. So he's going for the veil that we were talking about, and Kaipi is not quite there yet. But they're making great strides, right? Bone 7, he finished up the Mana Style that you were also talking about. Before they really commit to anything more aggressive on the other side of the map, he'll probably want to at least have buyback on top of that.
For sure, especially as a Spectre.
Yeah, but he's gonna have that for the next Roche fight, most likely. So that's something that I think Kaipi can actually do.
A bit of a riskier maneuver here, smoking up just these two supports, showing a lot of confidence right now. I mean, look where Sing Sing is. This is not where we would have expected him. Like 20 minutes. Oh, and they go.
Hacks that is to follow up. Wow, so much damage, not quite enough here. And now the false promise comes out just in time, and they want blood. When that Shadow comes out, the Necro 3s looking
so
to
hard
try and
to
decide
track
for a
them.
target. Yeah, they just get themselves out. Kaipi, they're just so slippery here. It's only gonna come with me. We'll take the spill. Hank takes the spill.
Jeez, I'm surprised Bone didn't haunt there.
Yeah,
How low that Lycan was?
they just needed a tiny bit of more damage before the TPs could complete, or the BKB could have come out. But hey, Space Creator looking for Bambo's doing. He's actually doing. Yeah, that could be as well. But Bambo, he's almost taken down the tier 3 up top.
Getting work done, man.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Kaipi's just playing this so well right now.
He just got those boots of travel too, and he's already up to 1,000 gold.
Yeah. So what can DB do now to kind of stabilize? Because the game is starting to slip out of hand right now, little by little. They still have a giant amount of net worth in Lycan, but Baby Knight has not been in a position where he can actually put that to use in a team fight or even a pickoff.
I don't know, it's kind of a tough scenario. Like, obviously this Night Stalker's starting to fall off a little
This
bit.
can't
He's looking
help.
at 10-second BKB to go.
This cannot help here. Just farming alone on the other side of the map when you don't
Nice
know where they
arrow.
are. Yeah.
Get the false
Will be
promise.
punched up by the false promise. BKB TP out back home. He should be able to survive, but oh yeah, he's TP. Okay, okay, he still pops. All right, that's just justice right there.
Holy.
He's
That's
still
a lot
holding
of
onto the gem
damage.
though. He's still holding onto the gem as a result. So their play was still damage control enough, I suppose.
He was in Fountain for like a full second, and
Yeah.
the double regen, like, still not enough? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But man, that setup from Sing Sing, that arrow was like almost max distance.
Yep.
They get comboed up there with that roar too, so they're starting to bring it all together. And the Hawk flying through, but it will get scouted out here. So obviously does not get to be invisible while it moves. Thankfully, this hero will be even more broken.
There's the wolves. Scouting in turn for DB. Region Rune. Won't be denied, so Bone 7 can pick that up. Oh. Yeah, speaking of Bone 7, he has 2.5k gold now as well, again, after the Manta style.
Look at Bambo being hunted up here by Ace, though, and he's got that basher, too, so... He can stop the TP if he manages to find it, but he reels himself with the creep waves, and now Bambo wants to go in. They're going to try and turn this around. They're going to find Rise first, but they've got the Haunt if they want to go for Ace.
They also have the Dark Factor cooldown, the Raw comes out, and yeah, just the Necrobook's just doing so much, he barely has enough mana to get the ultimate out. We'll just keep track of him.
I'm on crack.
What a
down. Player. I see a Beastmaster going on a Slark, and I only have to assume, but I certainly underestimated the mana burn.
This is
overall coming out there. I'm not sure if Bambo just read it, that like he was so low that the Necros would be enough, but they gave Ace 0 options.
I mean, this is kind of one of the biggest things about Beastmaster though, right? This insane amount of mana burn on a single target. Because of that Inner Beast aura. Yeah, they're gonna finish off the tier 3 that he softened up earlier, gonna go straight for the range rack, so it's a safe option. Trying to just force out that buyback, nice little arrow right onto Neuer, and Sing Sing goes into a double stars now. He just dies immediately, BKB on both him and Baby Knight, as he just leaps out. Sexy Bambo's dropping low, and he has to just run for his life right now. It doesn't affect... Oh god, what? Bone 7? No! Why? Why?
Oh no.
Well, he spent his gold too on something. I don't know, his Diffuse Blade a little bit earlier, so he doesn't have buyback, but I guess it's no big deal, no lane really pushed out for DB to capitalize on it, but that was unnecessary.
Alright, well, what we have here is a lack of communication. That was certainly some sort of an issue coming out there where Bone 7 was like, yo, we got this, right? Guys? Team?
Team? Reported!
Yeah, honestly,
Alright. Still, though, overall, we can take another look at the charts, and oh wow, yeah, that just tells the story of the game. DB with a huge lead, 10k gold, 10k net worth advantage. All but evaporated here, especially with these last couple of fights. I almost want to say with Lycan starting to fall off now, Kaipi have the upper hand.
Well, if your net worth has managed to balance out with a Spectre on your team after a step like that, you gotta think that they're doing something right here.
Yeah.
Spectre just so scary, even if he's 7,000 gold below. Still see how much damage he can output over on these fights, but Baby Knight, he's gonna crack open one more Aegis here, and that will be the cheese too, yes. So, that could be enough. Cheese on the Lycan, Aegis on the Slark. Kaipi just giving it up though, they have no Haunt for 15 seconds.
Oh, arrow comes through, it'll hit on Ace, he doesn't get the Dark Pact off, so Roshan falling low enough, but hey, what is this? Is this the impossible? No! Beastmaster just dies immediately, Aegis on a Slark, BKB's galore. And Kaipi just trying to get out, but yep, so nice little cancel there on the roll. It's kind of an awkward spot though, but now he'll still be able to burst him down despite another arrow coming through, this time on Neuer. This time it's DB and catch a little bit of a break. They get that huge objective. Can turn it into an immediate high ground push. They don't have to account for the bottom lane that's been pushed out. They have to push the middle lane a little bit in, or further. Yeah, a little bit in further.
I was watching the replay to see if I missed something with that Haunt, but that was just bone. I just had to make sure. I was like, did I miss? Like, I know he killed Rise, but either way. No, that's a pretty big fight. I guess it's because they don't have, like, AoE lockdown. They have the Magnetize, but it's Lion's not enough, right? You don't have that scary hero to really try and take that big fight into the Roche Pit. They're missing just a couple of those elements, and without the Haunt coming in, it's always just going to be a very dangerous play. So they took the items as we kind of theorized here, making the most sense.
Let's throw on the Mirana even.
Oh yeah, that's pretty nice too.
Yep.
And you can get up to the Mjolnir if you'd like. The one thing I'm wondering is, can Danish Spirits, like, are they ready to actually prep and go up high ground with this Aegis? I feel like they can. They've got a DD rune. I'd like to see someone snag that one up and actually have a go here. I feel like they still have the gold to do this. They have all the items. They have the gem. They have the... Look, they have Blink, Eggs, Gem, BKB, Night Stalker. This is like the ultimate utility right now. He is completely peaked. Maybe a little bit later than he would have liked to, but this is pretty much it. So let's get this DD going.
Well, his ultimate again as well in 20 seconds. The real nighttime still a little ways off though. My big staff is also looking quite good there on the side of Kaipi. Yeah, all of them except the Ospert. Yep, so does not have that as he's been notoriously poor this entire game. But everyone else has it at the ready, so it's gonna be a hard siege and you might just lose more than you gain. Look at this, they just ran down the top.
Actually got the ranger. Baby Knight was even here and he can't stop it. Well, he's got his boots of travel, so he can be like holding one lane, and the rest can try and push another one. He can come on in, but they're losing it.
What's Bambo actually going to build now? He's sitting in 4.5k gold. It's just going to be AC or Vlads or Refresher, yeah, would be the other option.
I think that would be my choice. Gives you a couple different
Baby
options.
Knight, he finds him though also on the outside. Bambo a little bit late to actually react to anything. Still gets a roll off despite the BKB obviously. So, nice little stun. The ace coming in. Will turn us around. The arrows soaked up by the last bit of the BKB. And now the rest of Kaipi have to go back to base and turtle up a little bit. This is the push. It's no nighttime. There's no Lycanroll for another 30 seconds. Okay, so they have similar time for the nighttime, so they actually do it if they can keep their creeps alive.
Yeah, it's like, do we wait for nighttime? Do we try and force him to smash
Arrow actually hits an ace, he didn't get the Q off. Then it's gonna take him out for a while now. Sing Sing doing a little bit of extra damage. Just trying to delay this push as much as they can. It's still the glyph to fall back on too. Ace with the hacks just to be so careful. He still has the Aegis though. So he's kind of guy, the only guy that can actually make these kind of plays. I say plays, I mean actually go high ground physically. It's the Basher, the Abyssal Blade. Way too.
Yeah, it could be a nice little turning point here for them. Having some trouble dealing with this whole Sing Sing blink in, leap out thing. You know, they're not quite getting like the Fiend's grips or anything off, so maybe this will give them a hand with that, try and control them up. But it's the split push, man. Like Baby Knight having to go back, it seemed like a good opportunity. I still feel like they could have fought when the nighttime came up, and the ultimate maybe just tried to force Rax a little bit, but not going to find the chance. And now this is a little scary though. It's a 2v3 up top.
It is the rundown 60 Bambo. This time around, there's no respite for him whatsoever. Beats come at the same time back, and Bone 7 comes in. Rise.
Bottom lane there after Ace though.
Oh god. Left, right, center here. Ace. Yeah. Oh, nice! Did you see the blink there from Sing Sing right in front of Ace? Stopping that pounce, and now the follow-up perhaps from Yapsor right on the money here. Ace doesn't false promise to fall back on. Cannot pounce out though. Just has to walk as his body actually ends up dying. Baby Knight made his way down here as well though. Brought down the line, now looking for Yapso, Moonlight Shadow. No Necros means they will be able to stay alive. Sing Sing still looking to maybe see an opportunity to return, but now SJO with the gem. Puts a little bit more effort upon 7. He just sends around to Baby Knight with a mana burn here with a Radiant Spurn. Baby Knight has to eat the cheese and will be able to do.
Oh, no.
Sing Sing comes right back in. And will be able to bring down Baby Knight.
Sexy Bamboo goes for the buyback, but he TP'd onto a dying boar, expiring. So you couldn't come into the fight. And look, that's his refresher gold, man. Oh no, well, 1150 gold.
I think it's more significant that the buyback's cooldown now as well. I mean, they still won the fight, and this can still actually put on some pressure. Maybe force on another buyback on Lycan. He has to on the side, Rise trying to do what he can on the front lines, and now gonna blink in right on Sing Sing. Not quite enough burst, so we should bring him down at this stage. 1-7 with Nightmare though. Kind of saving him for later, now has to try and back. Nice little Manta dodge on the Fortune Zen, but Baby Knight still looking for one, just chops away the Yapster. The roll in the world can save that one, but Bone 7, he's still up in front line here, we're just gonna chop down from below ground. Dead range increase, man. I think that's what did it. Now, come with me as well. On a bit of a rough spot, Hasijo will just track him down. So, just as Kaipi won that last fight, so did DB. Turn it around here in this engagement.
Yeah, like I said, we're back to a little bit of even footing here. Still coming out a little bit on top for Danish Bears, but at this point, anything under 1,000 in terms of net worth change, no one really caring.
Look at the graph; it's right at the 0 line here. It's not gonna may go a little bit back in favor of DB now, but at this stage in the game, 46 minutes in, these kind of margins don't mean a whole lot. Even the experience here at 6K. Look at the levels. Actually, both supports on the side of DB still under level 16.
Oh, not for long though. Just first up 3 tomes of knowledge on our Oracle.
Okay,
he's like, oh shit, forgot about that item. Yeah, there we go, level 15. Attaboy, Noya. He's got the strats.
Just save it up. I mean, does Kaipi have any tomes left? They do have 1. Okay, it's not as bad.
Man, Sixing is so rich though. I mean, he should be donating that thing to somebody. A little charity, Salvation Army tome drive or something here, but see what he wants. 5.3k. What can he really ditch? I would assume the gem being passed off should be the next big thing. Blink just too crucial, of course.
You can still eat a moonshot. You can still have that slot for the gem, and after that I was almost gonna say you can just get rid of the axe at some point, or just 7 slot it or something if you needed to just push out waves. But in terms of team fighting, I guess with the Veil can still do a whole lot. Oh, Rise.
Did they see him?
Didn't see him. I think they did.
Why
The
did Sing
smoke
cancel that?
just below him, and the smoke will not be broken.
They just did that under a ward though.
Oh yeah, they did.
I was fully spotted out.
What a tense game. I mean, both of these teams, obviously, they don't want to lose this one. DB, they're no slouches here. They didn't have fear going up against Kaipi, going in confident into game 2, giving us quite a showing. This one started also very well for them, and Kaipi. Lesser teams would have just straight up lost, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely showing some resilience here. Can't fault them on that. They've almost recovered Bambo into that refresher, and refresher Beastmaster with the Necro, the Blink, and the Boots of Travel is actually so terrifying, because not only can you double pop your Roar and your Necros during your fights, but sometimes you can like win a fight with only just a single Roar and a Necro. You can pop refresher and take a Rax, like just by yourself. Suddenly a lane might be in a good spot for you, and that can be enough to just like end the game, right? So very scary stuff coming out here. Of course, we all know that Bambo won't have that buyback for 3 more minutes, but neither does our Lycan. So he made his play to come in there. He's got his Monkey King Bar, 4k gold. We'll see what Baby Knight thinks will be the next big item for himself. I'm not too sure. I almost feel like he needs a Deso or a Daedalus or some way to try and break through Bone 7 beyond just this MKB.
Yeah.
Is Heart too much survivability?
That's... maybe they can drop the Blats. It's the one thing they can still scale. You can also, of course, get a 12 moonshot, but yeah, you're right. I mean, Lycan just doesn't scale as well into the late game. As, he's not designed for that, so he's struggling naturally. When it just comes to straight up man fights, we saw it up against Bone 7 earlier. Still very
Bambo,
tense.
man. Just doing these lanes. Like, we're gonna go. Cleaned out top.
He's created so much space this game. I'm not even kidding.
Well, like, now he's just been top the entire game, but with, like, clearing up those melees, this is once again, they lose come with me. He can just focus down here. Like, now he's just gonna be bottom the whole time until he does the exact same thing here.
Rise. I think he's just dealing with illusions. Bone 7 looks like he wants to finish an Abyssal Blade himself. After that, what do you go for? Do you go for more tank? Something like Skadi or Heart or Butterfly? I think no Butterfly here because MKB on Lycan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a Heart or Skadi is something that you're looking at now on the Spectre? Or do you just go for more raw damage? Yeah. Looks like he should be dead here. The roll comes through though. No, yeah, so we'll somehow be able to survive this.
That's kind of exciting. I haven't seen a Bloodthorn. I think I've only seen one on a Wind Ranger myself casting. Obviously, we've had quite a few picked up in these pro games as they drag later and later. But now post Abyssal, hard game, tough call.
In
I still have Diffusal 2 to work through, but maybe Heart is... I don't know. I think I'll give it to the Heart, just because Spectre, like dipping in and out of the trees can give you so much value. Like, you can just get instantly healed back up. It might be a way that he could, like, re-engage into a fight, all that regen, and other ways they might not necessarily always be able to.
This could be big now. This could be perhaps the last deciding fight of the game. If DB chooses to take it, as Kaipi goes straight into the rush. But Bambo sitting on the outside. Elm linking in to provide a little bit of extra damage and the attack speed. As the Bloodthorn coming out onto Roshan. It's falling reasonably fast. DB, they're in a position, but Arrow almost lands here. At the very least, scouts it out. Yapso now taking initiative. Sacrificing himself to create enough space. And now the Aegis is there. Sing Sing pops on BKB as she almost gets brought down. The first roar will miss. Secondary roar onto Ace. They'll bring him down. Does have buyback, but he cannot get back into the fight. Baby Knight dies here too, and he does not. Rise will fall in the backlines. Sing Sing actually the one snagging up the triple kill after all of this.
Only Yapsor lost.
Yeah.
And he's just on deck for Bone 7. He is rich as hell, man. He has got the money. Sing Sing just can't, like, spend all this money. He's doing the best he can, but suddenly there's just 4k more gold in his inventory, and he's like, I don't even know what I do right now.
I don't think they can take this fight.
The buyback is back right now for Lycan. It's coming off.
Oh yeah, okay. Then maybe. There's no rolls either. That's something to consider. There's still Bone 7 with an Aegis to work through. Gonna have to do some serious work. Now, start with the backlines here. That's a good idea. Come with me. Will end up falling. There's no Sing Sing? Okay, yeah, he isn't. There's an arrow coming through, but it's way too late. Now it's only Bone 7 up here. He will lose the Aegis. Sing Sing now finally comes in, turns around with a Bloodthorn down to AC, doing a bit of extra damage. Bambo comes in. No extra roar, but almost enough damage. Come on. He will be able to survive. Baby Knight, not so lucky though. This time no buyback for good. And it's gonna be the second set of racks going down. AC has to have the play of a lifetime, but just doesn't have the damage to chew through all of these health points. Now the roar, even through the false promise, and just chomping away, doing more than enough damage for him to pop at the end of the day. There it is. And this is all over now for DB. A valiant effort, but Kaipi just playing too well, creating too much space for himself, coming back into a game that was squarely in favor of DB in the first 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, unreal performance. I think a lot of people have given a lot of flack over to these boys in terms of like attitude and, you know, player history, player personalities, all that is kind of the main criticism that you always hear about them, and it's like what's mostly talked about them, but this is just straight up disciplined Dota. I mean, yeah, they made a couple mistakes in the later stages of the game, but Bambo with unreal split pushing, understanding how to win the game, not necessarily how to get good stats or make big plays. Like, that's not exactly the most typical thing Bambo's really known for, right? And Come With Me also making a lot of space there on this Lion. So they made it very difficult for Danish Bears to actually get some sort of a grip, even with their lead, where they felt comfortable going high ground and trying to actually get building objectives. So crazy impressed. And yeah, Sing Sing Ron. I mean, 18-3, 11, insane amount of farm, GPM 661. Well, what more can you say, man? Just very well played by them in that mid to late game.
Yeah, it was, and it made for a really good game as well. It was just some delightful Dota to watch, not just this game, but the entire series. And I expected nothing less from these boys. I mean, Kaipi came in the favorites, but DB, they're looking good, right? Even without Penguin Check, Baby Knight fitting in well into that new lineup, yeah. And yeah, looking forward to see them more. They might even be able to make it through the lower brackets here. They're gonna be up against either Pro Dota, Polarity, or 5. So that's yet to be scheduled, of course, yet to be figured out. But yeah, for this game, for this series, Modpacks, thank you very much for joining me. It's been a blast casting with you as always. So now's the time for any shameless plugs. Do you have any words for the people out there?
Shameless plugs. Well, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Modpacks. Right now, I'm busy working on the major, so I'm mostly just tweeting, not streaming, but occasionally you can check me over on twitch.tv/Modpacks. But I'm just cheering for Call, Complexity. Obviously took the big win against Wings Gaming last night, so that was pretty fantastic. And now we have Liquid to look forward to, but at least it's a best of 3. So the best of 1s are over. Terrifying, you know, scary, who knows what the hell is going to come out is done, but now it's time to go start watching some Liquid replays.
I wish I could watch as well, but I have been lacking sleep already so far. But yeah, so much for that. You can look forward to some more WellPlay tomorrow. There's one game already scheduled, so that's Polarity versus Fantastic 5 in a lower bracket elimination best of 3 series tomorrow at 1900 Central European summertime. So do tune in for that. But for us here today, yeah, it's us done. Thank you guys very much for watching, and see you next time.